Hello, Sinvicta.
Hello, Northernlion.
We're back with some more Geoguessr.
Happy Wednesday to you. Happy Hump Day, sir.
Happy Hump Day, and this is I think it's Canada Day. Hey, how about that?
Happy Canada
20,
Day.
30, July 1st. Yeah, happy Canada Day.
Yeah.
So we're doing Canada only. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck. Have fun. I hope this is not Canada only.
I would tell you right off the bat. I
This
think
ain't Canada.
this is if this is
We're in Poland
Canada,
again.
it is definitely Quebec, but I don't think it is.
Coverture, Zinguri.
Coverture?
Reparation.
Oh, you mean
Coverture.
Coiffure.
Sorry, Quavature. Le Pont Bernard. And then a telephone number that has 8 characters.
That is, they do things differently over here.
This is crazy. These crazy Quebecians.
Mm,
What are Quebec residents called?
Quebecois.
Quebecois
Yeah.
or Quebecans?
You can say Quebecers, but I don't know.
Ooh,
It's
that's
kind of like ungracious, you know?
right. Chateau
I
de.
think you could let me
Oh, man.
before I go saying that's something you should be saying. I
I
believe that is acceptable, is what I should say.
mean, I'm not gonna meet too many people from Quebec. I think
You never
we.
know.
I did one of my childhood friends was actually Canadian, and he was about as Canadian can be, except he lived in Bermuda. And it was quite fascinating because his accent was totally different from everyone else's. But he was not from Quebec.
Is there like an island accent, or like, let me rephrase, a Caribbean accent in
Yes.
Bermuda?
Yes.
So people
The
they sound like kind of Jamaican.
the Bermudian accent no, it's not as heavy as a Jamaican. It's a mix between like British and Australian, like a light Australian.
Okay.
It's not, but it's not like New Zealander accent or whatever. It's closer to Australia accent than anything. But
All
it's a
right.
very distinct difference between that and a British accent.
Were people in Bermuda excited when Cool Runnings came out?
What year did that come out? I don't
Probably
think
like
I was there.
1994.
Yeah, I had already left the country by then.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, okay, I didn't think you moved to America like 5 years ago, but I didn't know you moved like 30 years ago.
It was a while ago.
It is a while ago.
I mean, after you get past 50 years old, man, it just all like goes downhill from there.
I hope not.
There's only one way to go but up from here. Speaking of which, that's the direction I'm scrolling on this freaking map.
I hear that, dude. I hear that. Again, I'm pretty upset because I feel like I see the road and I see the entirety of the road. I see the whole thing.
Right.
And yet nothing from the sign appears before me.
I'm not even in freaking France anymore.
It's gotta be around there.
I saw. Ooh, that helped out a lot, actually.
Really.
They were like, right.
This strikes me as one of the ones that I might be mad at.
I saw D5. I got you by 500, by 400 and 496. Let me look at what you guessed.
Guess what? Brothers, 2D5s.
There is 2 D5s.
That's pretty cool and pretty cool.
I'm not laughing at.
I
you,
understand
by the
it
way.
happens to both of us.
Yeah,
It's just
that's-
I
after Monday's Japan guess.
wouldn't
Yeah.
purport to know how to design roads. Okay? But or name them. What I would say for Geoguessr in particular is that it's very frustrating to see a sign that says D5, and then you find D5, and they're like, no, it's the other D5 that's on the other side of the country. But at the same time, road signs may not be designed so that you could, if you woke up there with no memory, you could figure out exactly where you were on a map. They may be designed for other purposes. Still, to me, seems like you have 26 letters that you can use in, you could even put 2 letters together to make 26 factorial. Or squared, really, now that I think about it. Anyway, the point is, I'm upset.
Well, it didn't cost you that many points. It's only turn 1, so.
It's true.
This is wide open out here.
There's not a lot of intel here.
I mean, you've seen the language, right?
Oh, yes. So let me put my guess where I always put it.
And I'll put my guess where I always put it.
Okay.
Because I gotta rep my peeps.
I understand.
The problem is that this doesn't look Argentinian, more as it would be Peruvian, possibly Chilean. It's hard to tell because it's also hard to tell because like the road just like disappears.
Yeah, it comes back. Don't worry.
I must have gone in the wrong direction.
I definitely feel like I am not going to find anything down here. Are you guys officers of the law that are forced to identify themselves?
Man, this sign probably would have been a lot more helpful if it wasn't like completely weather faded and sun beaten. Volta Mas Viente something 2015.
I feel like I know Viente. Viente is like speed, something like that.
That's Velocidad.
Exit, maybe?
It's not par.
Go.
I can tell you that.
Go?
That's Vamonos.
Yeah, but like in a different context.
I was talking the lady at Subway who makes me speak Spanish sometimes. She was telling me she thinks that learning Spanish from English is more difficult than learning English from Spanish.
You think so?
I was surprised to hear that because I've always believed that like people learning the common common like English isms and whatnot was way more difficult than like just proper Spanish. But she said she thinks that it would actually be a lot harder.
You think
she speaks fluent Spanish, by the way, obviously.
You ever think maybe she was just kind of trying to butter you up for tips?
No, because we don't tip our sandwich artists.
You guys don't tip at Subway up there?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. It's none of my business.
Do not. This crest here is bothering me. Gobierno Autónomo Municipal de Laja.
Whatever, dude. Fade me.
I'm gonna play it safe. I'm taking the coward's way out and going for the tri-state area. Thank God I did that. I got you by 1,200. Well, 1,100.
I was in Bolivia, and then I said to myself, let's play it safe.
I went at the exact corner of Chile, Bolivia, and Argentina.
I'm gonna tell you on this one, before I see a single language sign, this is South Korea.
Really?
I bet my life savings on this being South Korea.
Okay.
I bet the farm, the house, the playlist, the play button.
The cats.
The cats. Doesn't matter because we're doubling up.
Okay.
There's something, and this is sincere, it'll sound rude. I'm starting to doubt it, but we'll see. All the grass in Korea looks like this, like straw.
It needs watering.
So I would like to rescind my bet.
Okay.
Under the clause of close but no cigar.
Okay. hate to be the bearer of bad news.
A bet was rescinded, so there's nothing. You don't have to apologize for anything.
I mean, technically, no one was here to accept the bet, so
Exactly.
No bet was ever
Cowards. In fact, everybody that could have accepted folded, so I get to steal their big blinds.
Hey, there you go.
So
I didn't know we were playing poker.
I'll be taking $1 million, please, in unmarked, non-sequential bills.
You think it'd be possible to save up $1 million if you didn't have, like, if you just had like a mortgage and nothing else, like no expenses?
Well, I think it depends on your job.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like,
if you're in the National Basketball Association, I think you could make it happen real quick.
For like an average job, like what's an average job pay?
If let's say you're making, for a round number that goes nicely into $1 million, let's say you're making $50,000 US a year.
Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest.
I think it is very plausible for you to save $1 million, but it would not be
quick.
Yeah, it would be slow, and it wouldn't be through just raw saving. It would be through, investing your money over time with periodic contributions.
So you're not shaving anything off the top. It's literally you're investing and reinvesting and stuff. That's the realistic.
Well, yeah, as long as you still have your job, like as long as you still have your monthly income, you don't take anything out of the pool. That would be the idea, at least.
Yeah.
Now, it also depends where you live. If you live in like Boise, yeah, easy. If you live in like L.A.,
Vancouver,
yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a little harder to get there for sure. But yeah, assuming that the market conditions don't undergo a historic collapse, undermine the entire economic system of North America anytime soon, which is,
that'll never happen.
Somewhat unlikely, but maybe more likely than last year. But
it's 2020. It's a new year.
You're just trying new stuff out.
Yeah. My town, Iga,
might F around and destroy the economy.
Might delete later.
I was trying to figure out how to make that work. I was like,
I mean, you could just say it. I mean, I think
feeling rebellious might delete later.
Might destroy country. Maybe not.
Right.
Home Plaza. Well, I don't know where in Japan we are. I'm going with going based off of like it looks like it could be cold here. We were almost on top of each other.
Thank God. I also feel betrayed. How cold does it get there? It looked cold.
Yeah. I've been trying to. I mean, I wasn't brave enough to say this looked like parts of North Korea that I've seen, but it did look like it got pretty cold.
You see, this is gonna sound judgmental.
Okay.
What do you think it says about a country when the truck has a sticker on it that has a bottle of wine with a line through it? Like you were about to get in, but you're like, oh crap, I forgot.
Oh, I see it now. It's got a bottle. Oh, it's got spirits and everything on there. Do not drive while drinking wine. But what about this can of beer? There's no can on here.
There is. I feel like anytime I see, like on TV, someone drunk driving.
Yep.
They're never drinking wine while they drive. Either they have a beer in the cup holder, or they're slamming like a bottle of Jack Daniels while they drive. I don't think I've ever seen a situation. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but it seems like wine is like, people don't buy wine and then drink it out of the bottle in their driver's seat as much.
I mean, clearly that means that wine drinkers are way more sophisticated and smarter.
I think it's harder to drink on the go as well.
Yes, I would also agree with that.
Especially if you need 6 or 7 bottles to
you just Cersei Lannister
just to get you started. Yeah.
You know what country we're in?
Yes.
Just from the language. Yeah.
Can I tell you? I don't think we've been here, or at least have not been in a while.
We have not been to Vietnam in a while.
Oh, dude,
I'm also gonna be super mad if you're.
No, I knew for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll have you know, and this is it is what it is. All right. If I dine at a country's restaurants, I will get the language right constantly. So like Vietnam, no problem. I'm eating pho and banh mi, and then some of the stuff on the menu. Sometimes I'm like, let's mix it up. I'll take a lemongrass pork chop, and they're like, oh, you mean number 73? And I'm like, yeah, I mean number 73.
Just don't look for road 73.
I'll tell you that that I truly believe that's why I get Thai and Cambodian mixed up.
But the thing about Cambodia is like there's usually a pretty clear sign. I mean, obviously not in the restaurants, but I mean like when we actually are placed there, there's usually a pretty clear sign that says, "Hey, this is Cambodia."
Yeah.
Or, like they have that big like it looks like a beer like logo. You know which one I'm talking about.
I know what
The
you're talking about.
Red and gold sign.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing, right? The beer of the country is called Cambodiana or something.
Yeah.
This is gonna sound offensive, and in many ways it is. I'm scrolling through the city names in Vietnam, and I'm like, oh, I know a restaurant called Hai Phong. I know a restaurant called Dong Ha. I know a restaurant called not that one. These ones are from the war. That's how I know those ones.
Like Vietnamese is just like it's strange to. It's like oh this has got to be like French, and then it's like oh maybe it's a take on like Serbian or something, and then it's like oh wait they don't have that character here. It's a mishmash of all the languages we know. It's our final language test. It's got everything. Tin Dat.
I love communist art.
Wow, you knocked that one out of the park, dude.
I found Song Kao. That's I mean, I'll take it.
Yeah, you got me by 800.
It's something. It's a much needed, hopefully more than a drop in the bucket. What's your score at?
15,546.
You're up by almost a straight 1,000.
All right. Lots of windmills.
I hate this South American nonsense. Just need a whole round without South America. I'm not saying this is South America. That's just insanity.
I don't think this is South America.
Dude, yeah, look at all the windmills here. Aren't they concerned about all the health?
All the noise?
All the drawbacks? The noted drawbacks?
Now, we have ourselves a problem here because this road doesn't go anywhere.
It is a heavy dead end. You're not wrong.
It's one dead end to another.
Allow me to also point out that there is a barge in the harbor that could be from anywhere.
Are you talking about the Wagenborg?
I was talking about the Wagenborg. Who knows? The Wagenborg is not necessarily from.
Maybe
you know
it's
what I mean.
Wagenborg.
I hear what you're saying. I'm hip. I'm with it.
Yeah.
I feel like this is a famous port city right here.
You think it's this famous port city?
San Francisco? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, I do. Keep zooming in on like what I assume is a port, and then when I zoom in, it's like IMAX theater, and I don't think that's I doubt that's where we are. You know what? This looks kind of like that's man-made right there.
Oh man. Oh my god.
Do you know where we are?
I've got it down to what I think is two guesses here.
Peru.
The question is, do you know where we are?
The answer is, I don't know.
Gotta say, diverse world. I'm not too thrilled here that we've gotten just one road out of an entire world's worth of roads that goes one way and then ends on the other, and vice versa.
No, I hear you. There's no way out. Trapped for eternity.
Well, here's a sign I didn't see earlier. But I don't think that helps me though. I mean I have the region down.
Yeah.
I think.
Being around these windmills. Look, I would love to have them here too, and I'm assuming we do have some somewhere. But at the same time, I'm like, dude, these things are freaking huge.
You can get out of the dead end.
Oh, son of a gun! You're not gonna believe this, by the way. My guess is where we were.
Really?
Yeah, that's kind of stunning to me.
See, the problem is that I still don't know exactly where we are.
We're in. I mean, it's either Tokyo or Osaka. It's a port, famous Pacific port city.
I'm going off of the windmill and the language. I'm just gonna let it ride there, and we'll see. We'll see if this is the right spot. I hope it is. Or I hope the 1,000 is enough. You got me by 300.
Oh.
So I was closer to Amsterdam.
Famous port city.
I was between. For me, it was down to the Netherlands or Denmark. It was one of those two.
One of the vans in the dead end had a .nl on it, but then I found a way out.
I didn't see the .nl.
The .nl, I was like, you're saying there's a chance. Well, Sinvicta goes up by 1.
This is weird.
This is a strange feeling.
This has got to be a cursed year now.
Well,
taking the lead in Geoguessr.
We will be back to hopefully tie it up from my perspective at least. Thanks for your support. Click the like button if you enjoyed the episode. No matter who you're watching, it helps out a great deal. And we'll see you next time on Friday.
See you later.